Hi, this is Graham from Magical Learning with another video in our follow-up series on creative thinking. This week I wanted to talk to you just briefly about some of the specific tactics that you can try to start to build your creative muscle. We went through a range of those in the workshop, you might recall, but some of the more common ones, and sometimes again this is just about doing things a little differently to start to build more creative capacity, if you like, in your brain. The first is to use your non-dominant hand more of the time. For argument's sake, if you are normally right-handed, try brushing your teeth with your left hand. And particularly if you don't use a battery-powered toothbrush, you actually have to move your hand around quite a bit. It's a really interesting process to go through. You'll also find it's quite a mindful one because you have to pay a lot more attention to what you're doing. You could use the same tactic with any one-handed activity, so writing for argument's sake, or perhaps not necessarily ironing, but anything that you normally do where you're predominantly using your dominant hand most of the time. Switch it over, use your non-dominant hand a little and see how that works. Another one is just to engage with some brain teasers. So whether you try the cryptic crossword or the puzzles in a newspaper, if you read the paper, you can buy Sudoku books and brain teaser and puzzle books. And again, the idea is just to encourage your brain to think in a different direction, in a different way to what it is used to. Another thing that you can do is just create some fake restrictions around something that you regularly do. For example, if you have a favourite word that you use a lot in your conversations, like wonderful, or fantastic, or great, excellent, awesome, whatever that happens to be, create a challenge for yourself where you have to have a conversation with people at work for the first 2 hours of the day and you're not allowed to use that word. And again, this is just helping your brain to think in a very different way. One other thing that you can do is just play with difference. So go home a different way. If you walk to the bus stop every day, find a different way of getting to and from the bus stop. Eat different foods. We talked in the workshop about buying different ingredients. So we have a client overseas who buys 2 brand new ingredients every time she goes shopping that she's never used before, and the challenge then is to learn how to cook with them. I hope these have been helpful. The key is really just try something, just start. And I'd love to hear from you about what's working for you on the creativity front. Until next week, have a wonderfully creative week. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.